The sale of a Southside mobile home park is set to close next week, but it's not a new landlord or even a developer that's buying it. It's the people who live there in the form of a newly created co-op. Garrett Berger talks with the head of that group, who is waiting with his neighbors to be the owners of their own park and the masters of their own fate.
It's going to allow all of us to grow together.
When Joe Valdez and his neighbors had their first meeting with Rock USA this spring, they were shocked by the news the nonprofit had for them. Their mobile home park, Riverside Terrace, was for sale.
To everybody, the entire park, how much time do I have before I have to leave? Do I have to move out?
But Rock told them they might not have to. Far from it, in fact.
This park works like a lot of others. People living here own their homes, but they rent the lot they're on.
Rock helped them prepare for a new setup called a resident-owned community, which it says will be only the third in Texas. The residents will own the park communally as part of a co-op called the Mission Trails Community Association. So instead of a landlord, the co-op sets the lot rents and is responsible for any improvements, which they plan on.
It's really going to turn into something grand, you know what I mean? And I will help pioneer that.
To buy and fix up the property is a more than $6 million project. The city of San Antonio and the San Antonio Housing Trust Foundation have kicked in most of the money, though the new association still has to borrow more than $1.5 million to get it all done.
It's all open, and we're adding new sewer systems, new water supplies, then power lines go in too, and everybody's going to have it running from the ground into the home.
Given its location near the Mission Trail and a golf course, Rock's VP of Acquisitions says the property had been at risk for redevelopment.
So I was afraid that this might not be a manufactured housing park long term.
The current owner had decided to sell to focus on family. He says he did have interest from developers and other park operators, but he likes Rock's plans for the property.
Being that the tenants are actually going to end up having ownership and it's going to stay a mobile home park and they're going to continue to have affordable housing was one of the biggest factors for me.
Not everyone is signed on to be part of the co-op yet, but Valdez thinks they'll come around to wanting to have more of a voice and save some money on rent.
There's a lot of what goes on around here. You can change by just saying, yay or nay.
Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.